Hello? Yeah, right. Hello, everybody there. Can you see a short video clips here? There's about Europe. Yeah. Hi there, my own students. I'm a Leighton in Vietnam, District 9, Ho Chi Minh City. Today, I would like to share you a little bit information about me, the big Leighton, Vietnam. All right, just kidding. I teach English to Vietnamese and Vietnamese language to foreigners as well. Therefore, the news today in which I would like to share you, that is something about my educating process in learning English. All right. As you know, after hard learning English for more than 10 years, I gradually got A-level, B-level certificates in communicating English, and I finished with a diploma in service training. Yeah, right. At the University of Social Sciences and Humanities in the year 2006. And you should also know that most of the other people in our country say, as foolish as a crash course learner, as silly as a man in the service training shop. Of course, the real saying would be like this in the world, as foolish as a calf. Is it right? And I agree to Vietnamese saying with some reasons. First of all, most of the learners here at the on-working traineeship were government officials on active service who wanted to get diplomas for keeping their incumbent trades, formally in which we name the big corruption in most of the Asian countries, because the environments where we live create our habits and, of course, our characters and our cultures. The Asian cultures, the cultures of keeping formally our private profits, and of course, they were uneducated members in the government system. The second time of the learners here were official students who took advantage of their leisure time for getting some more diplomas, of course, for preparing their future prosperity. It's good when you have such a clear plan for your life like that. It's better. But I was the third kind of learners there who wanted to get higher awareness of studying, thinking, and of course everything. I wanted to improve my knowledge, my skill in using English on the right way also. And that got it, I think. I don't think some little things at the university is enough for us. We should learn a lot outside of our school years. Definitely sure. Wow. I think every pupil in the world should have their own plans, their own purposes, their own goals, and try to get along. Of course, we can do that with our own ways, I think. I don't want to talk more about this problem. I just want to draw a little sketchy line of our education system to let you have the right glance at this situation in Vietnam. And sorry, yeah, and so today I just want to share you some tips for learning English or any language in the world on the right way, as usual. Native speaking, English they use, the speakers, the right speakers, the English or America or Australia they use. Would you like to learn how to speak English very well, naturally, fluently? And of course, I think you want to get that goal, right? Are you looking for a shortcut to English fluency? We don't have tricks that give you perfect English in 5 minutes a day, but we do have solid tips. We help you learn how to improve your skill in speaking English and speak English more fluently in less time. We like to agree with May's dissertation. Most of us in the past, we learned too much for writing. We focused on much of grammar rules at high school time. Even we didn't have enough time for relaxation. And of course, we could write something in English very well, but that was the wrong way of learning any language in the world. Moreover, most of the Asian characters are too timid to speak up. We are too shy to be in front of any foreigner or any stranger. We are like mimosa flowers, so we cannot use English in the right way for merely communicating by using our ears and our mouths, even the meaning of the word. Language can be a right way transferred into Vietnamese language as using our mouths for communicating. Now we know exactly. Yeah. So I have some advices here for most of the English or any language learners as some simple tips for extraordinary fluency in learning English. And here are some tips that will help you speak English better than ever. That is also a big topic today, but do you know, I have the researching time with most of students in my own town, and almost all of them didn't talk about their language skills when replying to my question, why do you learn English and how to be fluent in speaking English as native speakers? They talk about the feelings. Something like this. I don't feel confident when I'm speaking English. I'm afraid that my English sounds bad. I want to feel better than you. Yeah, better about my English. Does it sound like you? Etc. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Therefore, I will share you some simple effective tips first to sound more confident speaking English at this time. We'll show you the idea that anyone can use, so be more positive about speaking English. Get out of the habit of apologizing for your English. Set changes to build your confidence to speak English. Learn more about yourself and how you can speak English better. Yeah, the number one of this sharing is, I think you focus on speaking silently, listen and repeat, listen and repeat, then listen again and repeat again many times. Yeah, that is the success of a long chain of success process of practicing. Practice, practice, and practice. Then you try to speak words out slowly but clearly. After that, you should let it out of your mouth in full phrases and sentences. Try to control the volume and speed of your voice. You should have some tiny thing on your hand for rubbing, for crashing up, for crumbling up when you feel not confident. It works. It makes you calm down and relax. Sure. Sometimes try to improve your skill of using English by reading easy English books, novels for children, etc. That is the easy and fastest way of learning languages, because most of native speakers use English simply. Try to find some friends for practicing English is better, but sometimes, very times, you cannot find anybody to speak to. Sometimes you feel lonely, is it right? Top 10 best in the city. Yeah. So you are all by yourself. Forever alone, okay? Maybe you're not forever alone, but right now you need to practice English alone. How can you practice speaking English without anybody else to help you? Writing, reading, listening, these skills can all be practiced along easy. Well, you can already write beautiful sentences. You memorized hundreds of vocabulary words, is it right? But when you open your mouth to speak, nothing comes out. All the books, websites, and apps in the world can't help you learn how to speak English fluently. Sure, to improve your spoken English, the best thing to do is to talk with a native speaker. If you cannot find safe and sound native English speaker, why don't you try to seek me? Because I'm a Vietnamese, is it right? Sometimes we don't have that option though. And what if you don't know anyone who speaks English very well like me? What if you don't have time? What if you simply don't feel confident enough yet to practice with a native? Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, you can still improve your spoken English even without a speaker partner. We are going to explain how no speaking partner, no problem. Okay. All the key is here. Please go to 20 methods for improving your spoken English even without a speaking partner. First of all, accept that English is a weird language in the world. Sometimes you can find patterns in English grammar, but other times English doesn't make sense at all. For example, why are read and read the same word but pronounced differently depending on whether you are speaking in the past or present tense? Or why is mice the plural of mouse but houses is the plural of house? Women, woman, the simple, right? But women, the plural. So to be poor, but the noun is poverty. Unfortunately, there are just as many exceptions as there are rules in English. It's easy to get stuck on learning how to speak English properly. If you try to find the reason for everything, sometimes English is weird and unexplainable. So instead, the best thing to do is just memorize the strange exceptions and keep moving. Okay. The second, stop being a student and try to think in English. Okay, I go fast. Try to make this little tricks. Say stop being a student and thinking English is really important. You will overcome the feeling of fearing strangers and you'll get confident in English communication.